excellent persistency of lay, the efficient brown egg layer is our ISA Brown, and we are the market leader in the number of eggs per hen house.
طبعا إيزا براون حاليا هو عالميا يعني أكثر عدد يعني يكسر الأرقام القياسية، أعلى إنتاج في البيض وبنوعية البيض واستمرارية أحسن، وعندها إفشن براون يعني اللون أو نوعية البيض الأحمر أحسن، وكذلك هو تقريبا يقود السوق يعني في عدد البيض، يعني أكثر عدد البيض بين العمر.
The catchphrase of ISA is innovation breeds success. Next to our genetics, we of course have the genetic expression. In the genetic expression, it is both genetics and how we treat it, so the environment. It is, as we have seen in previous presentations, highly influential on the results of the flocks. So this is why Hendrix Genetics puts attention to technical service. Innovation breeds success. And this is also why we are going to talk about investing in our flocks. It was mentioned by the previous speaker that rearing is essential in the success of a flock, both broiler breeders, but also for layer birds and layer breeders as well.
مثل ما تحدث المحاضرات في المحاضرات السابقة بأن فترة التربية يعتبر فترة مهمة لنجاح القطيع.
I will have a practical presentation, so there will be lots of examples and lots of pictures. I'm happy to answer questions after the presentation.
يقول احنا محاضرتي راح تكون عملية، راح يكون فيها صور وفيها أمثلة كثيرة.
My name is Fred Thomassen. I come from the Netherlands and I graduated from Veterinary University in 2016.
اسمي طبعا فريد توماسون من هولندا، طبيب بيطري تخرج سنة 2016.
I worked in private poultry practice as a poultry veterinarian, working with broilers, broiler breeders and layer breeders for 2.5 years before starting at Hendrix Genetics.
قبل ما يلتحق بهندريكس اشتغل لمدة 2.5 سنين في مشاريع عديدة.
I'm always a veterinarian by training and also in my job, but I also was production manager for 2 years, responsible for the grandparent stock operation in the Netherlands and the surrounding countries. And currently I'm working as a global technical specialist, both veterinary and management, let's say.
طبعا هو كان يعني اغلب الفترات هو طبيب بيطري، ولكنه ايضا ترقى منصب مدير الانتاج في شركة جدود.
In this position we're going to talk about rearing. And rearing, the productivity of a flock depends to a large extent on the successful attainment of key targets, key performance indicator during the rearing phase. Rearing is not cost, but rearing is investment. You invest in your bird, you invest in the potential egg production that's going to come.
يعني يتحدث في هذه المحاضرة عن مرحلة التربية في البياض، ويقول إنه البياض هو مرحلة التربية هو مرحلة الاستثمار.
A good quality pullet is dependent on the body weight profile during rearing, and specific points are the body weight at 5 weeks of age and the uniformity at transfer, and body weight at transfer. Uniformity of the flock is very important for the later management of your flock. If the flock is the same, if the flock is uniform, it's more easy to manage and you will be successful. Of course, quality of beak trimming is a part of the end product of rearing, and also age and sexual maturity, which is a management decision. Health status is also one of the products at the end of rearing, because we want to have good biosecurity, we want to be rid of disease, but also we want good vaccine protection. This is the end result, a good quality food.
طبعا يعني يقول نوعية الدجاج أو الكواليتي مال الدجاج يكون راح يعتمد على البودي ويت بروفايل وعلى اليونيفورميتي للقطيع وعلى على الحالة الصحية ومثلا بيك تريننج وهذه الشغلات كلها يعتمد أو لازم تهتم بها حتى تاخذ نتيجة يعني تاخذ كواليتي جيد من الدجاج تبشير كلها.
We can have a whole seminar about rearing, but today in this 3/4 of an hour we're going to talk about the key points, and we're going to start at the beginning. Day 1 to week 5. The goal of this period is to raise, to have a good start of the chicks and to stimulate the early growth.
في هذه المرحلة راح يتحدثوا عن الدجاج من اليوم الأول إلى الأسبوع الخامس وكيف يتحدث عن النمو في هذه المرحلة.
Why is this 5 weeks so important? It was shown in the previous presentation as well. There is let's say, a curve of growth. In the dotted line, you will see the daily weight gain over here, with the peak around 7 to 8 weeks. But here you see, interestingly enough, the organ development. And the organ is also the potential of the pullet. And it is happening in the first 5 weeks of age. So this is why this period is so important.
يقول ليش هاي الخمس الأسابيع الأولى في العمر غير مهمة؟ لأنه في هاي الخمس الأسابيع راح ينمو كثير من الأعضاء أو من أعضاء الدجاج من يعني مثل ما تلاحظوا.
Weight at 5 weeks is highly related to performance indicators during production. So early maturity, so how much eggs do you produce between 20 to 24 weeks of age, but also production persistency. So how long will these birds be able to keep up high production?
في هذه السلايد تبين لنا أهمية البادي ويت البروفايل الوزن في مرحلة التربية على الإنتاج على استمرارية الإنتاج على الإنتاج بين عمر 20 إنتاج البيض والقمة بين عمر 20 و 24 إلى آخره. فأكو ربط يعني بين وزن الدجاج في 5 أسابيع الأولى مع الإنتاج في المستقبل.
As you look at uniformity at 16 weeks, there's little influence, of course, on the first part of production. But because a uniform flock is more easy to manage, it also has a big influence.
يعني هذه الزايد اللي تشوفون انه هذه مثلا 3 زائدات هذاك 3 شوفوا يعني للمثال مثلا الوزن في الاسبوع ال 16 ما له تاثير كبير يعني على الانتاج او على بشكل عام يعني في مرحله الانتاج.
And there's little correlation with the body weight at 16 weeks with production traits, and that's because the body weight of 16 weeks is also perhaps fat only. It does not say much about the development of the pullet.
فيقول مثل ما تشاهدون تقريبا يعني ماكو تأثير على الوزن أو تأخذ وزن في الوزن تأخذ وزن في الأسبوع 16 تقريبا صفر يعني ما راح يأثر على الإنتاج في المستقبل.
So to achieve this good result at 5 weeks of age, we have to do everything perfectly. And that means we start with brooding conditions. So the reception of day-old chicks at your rearing house.
والحصول على هذا يعني انه انت لازم تهيئ او تعمل بيرفكت يعني استقبال الطير تهيئ جو يعني مثالي لاستقبال الطير.
First, we start with temperature. As you can see, the comparison between a young chick and an adult bird. The young chick has a very low body weight and a high contact area. It is very dependent on the outside temperature, therefore.
راح نبتدي مع درجة الحرارة، مثل ما تلاحظون في هذه الصورة الأفراخ الصغيرة لها حجم صغير يعني مقارنة بالدجاج الكبيرة، فهذا يعني المساحة السطحية لها صغيرة.
And the day-old chick is responding quite well to the climate temperature. So always measure your temperature in the house, but measure it at bird level, so between the birds. It's very well possible that if you have 2 measurement places in the house, it does not really reflect the day-old chick environment.
يعني دائما حاول تاخذ درجة الحرارة في مستوى الطيور.
And a nice example is, for instance, not only temperature but also for CO2. as it is a heavy gas, it is likely when you have floor rearing to remain on the floor. So don't measure here, but always measure here down with the